name's Mark Wells and I'm here again to talk about the FES flower essences. Today the subject is on protection against winter bugs and the blues. The obvious one, we need our natural immunity boost coming into the winter times because we're more vulnerable to all those germs and infections and viruses. But the other side of it too, and we're all familiar with the term SADS, the seasonal disorder. Now, okay, that's a pathological condition and people do go into depression in that winter time, but everyone has different degrees of that. It may not be pathological, but we tend to slow down, we tend to hibernate, we tend to go into that phase sometimes, and we can get a bit down. And that sort of negative thinking or going into those type of moods also affects our health and ultimately our physical health. What I'm going to talk about today is flower essences, not only for the natural immune system to protect us, but also to keep us up, keep our spirits high during times when there's less sun, when the weather's colder and rainier. All of those things, contribute to our health and how we navigate those. So, and I'll also be talking about some combinations today. So the first one I want to talk about is garlic, and you'd all be familiar with garlic and its natural antibiotic qualities as a herb. It's protective against viruses and infections and things like that, and antibacterial. But as a flower essence, it's also protective, but on another level. On another dimension, if you like, a more subtle dimension. It's protective, and it's particularly useful when people start to feel a little bit, butterflies in the stomach, a bit nervous. They might be going out at the start of the day, whether it's to school, to work, to whatever, and they're just feeling a bit sort of nervous. They can't put a finger on anything. Garlic's really good for that, just to help us feel more secure and protected. But the thing is, that runs us down. And then if we continue like that, and particularly when we start to sort of hibernate a bit in winter and we're not going out, we're not out there as much, we're more inclined to feel that way. And so it helps, strengthen us. But in that sense, it can also help, protect us from getting run down and then being more vulnerable to viruses and infections. The next one is Nasturtium. Now, Nasturtium is a great flower essence generally for the immune system, particularly when we feel a bit, certainly when we feel flat, the energy's a bit down, we lack colour. We've got to be sort of dry in our approach and things like that. So Nasturtium can just boost us, add a bit of colour, add a bit of vibrance, and in that sense helps our immune system. It's a really good one, when people have got colds and, the winter colds and things like that, and they're feeling a bit, flat, nothing tastes good, nothing smells good, all of those sort of things. Nasturtium's a good thing during that, but it's also protective, just to bring up our vitality, add a bit of colour to us and vibrance. The next one is a combination. It's called the Magenta Self-Healer, and Self-Healer says a lot in itself. It's very, very good for people to feel, to help people or enable people to connect with their own ability to heal, their ability to heal themselves, and have confidence in that. It's innate, as naturopaths or as natural therapists, we try to key into that, because that's what we want to access. That within people we all have this ability to heal ourselves. It's just a matter of allowing that to blossom. It's a matter of trying to give things that will encourage that. And Magenta Self-Healer is all about that. It can be really good when you're recovering from a long-term illness, in rehab, etc. Just to keep the faith. We're going to get there. But it's also good just for every day to, when we're going into winter and going, oh, everyone around me in the bus is sniffling and sneezing over me, or they will probably have masks on, so that may help that. But just the same, everyone gets the colds, it's all around you. You want to feel secure. not in a silly way, just feel secure in yourself. My system's strong, I can survive that. Another flower essence by itself is Morning Glory. Morning Glory is about getting back into the 24-hour circadian rhythms, getting in sync again, freshening up, allowing our body to get back in touch with the natural energy rhythms. And I think what happens, and better habits, and what happens, we do get into some bad habits, I shouldn't say bad habits, the habits that aren't helping our health, in terms of around winter, whether it's eating more, whether it's eating more comfort foods, more chocolate, things like that. And we do that, we might stay up late watching the television, and then we've got to get up early and we throw everything out. So Morning Glory helps you get back into the right rhythm, but also I suppose helps you get the discipline back to get your diet and your lifestyle back in order to again navigate these darker months. Another one is Illumina combination. And Illumina, you'd think illuminate, lighten up, and it is about lightening up. When I said about how a lot of people during winter, that can be a bit of it is literally a downtime for a lot of people, but they can get down and even further down. And as I said, it doesn't help them. The health doesn't feel good. That's the whole thing. So Illumina is a great one just to lift the spirit. Again, be strong, stay positive when, it's dark outside and rainy and all those type of things, and you're stuck home, whatever. It just helps lift that spirit, and so you can maintain that. And finally, and I know I bang on about it a lot, that's the YES formula. And I think, we're talking about masks, and we'll be talking more about them as we go into the winter there, how many people should, where we should wear them, whatever. To me, YES is your dynamic mask. It's your protection on all levels, and on a physical level too, on a physiological level. And, it's also on that dynamic energy level when there's negativity around you, when you go to work and everyone's in a bad mood, everyone's in a Monday morning itis all day, every day. You've got your little buffer. It helps protect you from that sort of negativity, but it helps you remain strong and enduring during winter. And of course, there's the type of things in there, arnica, all of these type of things help resilience, and the yarrows help with that protective, resilient aspect, bringing that out in ourselves. So enjoy winter and keep up.